Tonight on 49ers Cal High Sports Report presented by U.S. Bank, high school sports action from all around the Bay Area. The league races begin and we have the highlights. We'll show you Antioch battling Freedom, Serra meeting Mitty, and Live Oak taking on Pioneer.
We have volleyball action with rivals Sacred Heart Cathedral and St. Ignatius, water polo with De La Salle and Bellarmine, and how this Hollister football star has found a home. It's all next on 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
Welcome to 49ers Cal High Sports Report presented by U.S. Bank. I'm Robert Braunstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. We begin tonight in Palo Alto, where the De Anza division starts league play this week. Milpitas and Palo Alto are two teams hoping to vie for the league title this year. The Palo Alto Vikings are off to a great start with a 4-0 record. Quarterback Jackson Christ has already thrown for nearly 1,000 yards this season.
That's right, he's a good one. Milpitas comes in with a 2-2 record. The defending state champion Trojans featuring outstanding junior running back Josue Torres. Opening night in the De Anza division at Palo Alto Friday night. Captains meeting in midfield before the game as Palo Alto looks for win number 5. The Vikings get on the board first. Quarterback Jackson Christ lobs it high for Jameer Shepard, who makes the catch in the end zone. 7-0 Pally. Pally on the attack again. Christ with a screen pass to Shepard, who turns on the jet, sprinting past everyone before being taken down inside the 5. Pally scored on the next play, 14-0 Vikings. Milpitas answers back in the second. Jacob Vargas throws it deep down the far sideline for Noah Rodriguez, who hauls it in and goes 59 yards for the touchdown to cut the deficit in half. But back come the Vikings. Chris connects with Shepard, who makes the catch in traffic, and he's gone again. 70 yards to the house, and it's 21-7 Pally at the half. The Trojans battle back in the third. Vargas throwing it deep for Curtis Price, and Price is going to haul this one in. Look at this, a terrific circus catch, and he's going to walk in from there. 21-13, the Vikings still in the lead. Milpitas looking for more, but the snap goes over the quarterback's head. Wes Walters comes up with the ball in the end zone. A big play there, 27-13 Pally. The Vikings add some insurance in the fourth. Give it to Aiden Chang, and Aiden goes 31 yards to pay dirt as the Palo Alto Vikings win it 41-13 to go to 5-0 on the season. Kristen Shepard with big games for Palo Alto.
The Burton Pumas doing the haka before the game on Friday afternoon. Cal School for the Deaf, though, looking to get on the board first. The pass is picked off by Alfonso Smith to stop the Eagles' drive. The Pumas take advantage of the turnover. Smith rolls to the right and passes to Elijah Hernandez, and Elijah walks it in for the TD. 6-0 Burton, and looking for more. Give it to Joshua David, who dives in for the score. 12-0 Pumas after one, and the Eagles trying to get back in it with Samson Alamua. He gets the big-time tackle behind the line of scrimmage. And here's the Burton offense threatening again, but Cal School for the Deaf gets a defensive stop as Leonardo Vergara comes up with the interception to stop the Pumas' drive. But the Pumas would extend their lead here. Smith with the quarterback keeper, and he fights his way into the end zone. 18-0 Burton in the lead. Burton gets one more before the half, handed to Jericho Nico, and the senior tailback finds a hole and turns on the jet, sprinting past everyone for the touchdown. 26-0 Pumas at halftime. The Eagles get one back in the second half. Miles Gonzalez lobs it to Robert Greger, who hauls it in for the touchdown, but this one belongs to the Pumas. Smith takes the snap, finds a hole, and gets the wheels going. Down the sideline, he is going to end up in the end zone as the Burton Eagles cruise to a 48-14 victory to go 4-0 on the season. Smith and Nico with 2 touchdowns apiece.
It's the rivalry game between the visiting Acalanes Dons and the Campolindo Cougars. The Campo girls starting off strong. Megan Coolbaugh to Audrey Pack to Aaron Thomas for the kill, and the Cougs are in the lead. An overpass here by the Dons would find Pack right at the net to rip it home, and Campolindo takes the first 25-12. More Cougar action in the second. Brenna Lee to Pack, setting it up for Thomas, who makes it look effortless for the Campo point. Here's the terrific trio once again. Cool ball with the bump to Pack, connecting with Thomas, who nails that one to the hardwood to take the second. Acalanes fighting back in the third. Rachel Go to Kaylee McVeigh to Maddie Risch, who tools it off the block for the Duns. Acalanes going hard in the third. Roxy Cummings finds Lane Webster for the back set to Risch for the monster kill as Acalanes takes the third, 25-13. But it's all Cougs from there. Sarah Carrasco gets it to Pack with the back set to Kulba, who smashes it just inbounds. And the Cougs here with a nice play as Olivia Knutson links with Pack, and it's Sophia Newman rolling to the center. Campo wins it 3-1. Kulba and Pack leading the way.
Get ready for some great water polo. Bellarmine hosting De La Salle Thursday night. The visiting Spartans going hard to start. Shrey Gross to Joey Krasinski to Jagger Beacon for the goal. Spartans would lead 3-0. Second quarter, the Bells, Nikki Fontes to Matt McKim to Dominic Kirk, who rockets it in for Bellarmine's first goal of the night, 3-1. De La Salle still in the lead. Check out this play by Daniel Visha all by himself. He shoots a bullet from way far out. I guess you got to be strong to play this game. We jump ahead into the third with seconds left. Beacon in the hole, he shoots, and it's 6-3 De La Salle. Fourth quarter was a big one. The Bells down by just one goal. Fontes goes for the equalizer, and it's good. We are tied at 6, and next up, it's Kirk to McKim, who converts from short distance, and Bellarmine takes its first lead of the game. A minute left on the clock. De La Salle possession. Beacon with an amazing backhand shot, and we are headed into overtime with it tied at 7. A penalty shot is awarded to the Bells. Kirk is there to take the shot. It's good. Bellarmine takes the 8-7 lead, and that was the final. A thrilling game in San Jose between two very good teams. Each week, we present the Players of the Week in a rap produced by the Hip Hop Department at the Reika Center.
The Reika Center producing an original rap every week based on last week's games. Here are this week's Players of the Week.
Yeah. You know what time it is. Your Players of the Week here at the Reika Center. First up, Joey Aguilar is throwing very far. The kid's got heart, cardiovascular. A senior, so you know he's got seasoned talents. We need medallions to give the Freedom Falcons for crushing opponents when Joey's throwing the pigskin. Over 300 yards and 3 scores, he's the linchpin, a smooth operator. Even when he's getting pressured, helping take his team to a 4-1 record.
Taking aim, he's here to make his claim. It's 8 and chain. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Zooming out the backfield for the Palo Alto Vikings. He brings power and speed, the thunder and the lightning. 15 carries, 180 yards, 3 touchdowns, climbing the ranks like patriarchs. Pally thumped Aragon 34-7, giving defenders a headache. Someone get him an Excedrin. Live from the Reika Center. Those are your Players of the Week.
Stanford Healthcare brings us great information on sports-related injuries every week.
Here's the 49ers head team physician, Dr. Tim McAdams, with this week's tip.
A concussion is a traumatic brain injury that affects brain function. There are a few things you can do for an initial assessment. First of all, it may seem obvious that if an athlete temporarily loses consciousness or displays seizure-like activity after a head injury, then they are out and they need immediate evaluation. But sometimes it's not so obvious, and you may not have the benefit of slow-motion video replay as we do in the NFL. The most common signs are confusion, headache, memory loss, and balance and coordination problems. But these can sometimes be subtle. Fixate on the athlete's eyes and see if they can focus on your question. So-called Maddox questions are 5 basic questions that can be helpful in this assessment. Remember, there is no such thing as a mild head ding, and if in doubt, sit them out.
Coming up, the Block Construction CCS Blockbuster game as Live Oak takes on league rival Pioneer.
And 2 of the top teams in girls volleyball as St. Ignatius hosts rival Sacred Heart Cathedral as 49ers Cal High Sports Report rolls along.
When you're ready to buy a house, a mortgage from U.S. Bank could help make it possible. And a dedicated financial partner will be with you every step of the way. See about pre-qualifying today. U.S. Bank, the power of possible.
Defender twice my size. Bring it. Down by 2? I got this. I love this game as much as the pros. I may not play for the Warriors, but I have the same doctors, teaming up to keep the pros and me at the top of our game.
We got it for you, South County Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram.
We are back at Levi Stadium with opening night in the Mount Hamilton division. Both Pioneer and Live Oak come to the game with perfect 3-0 records and looking very strong.
Yep, they're very strong. The Acorns featuring outstanding senior quarterback Jonathan Singleton. The Mustangs have a fine thrower of their own in senior Austin Jobe. You ever heard of him?
Oh, just a couple times.
She's known him for a long time. 2 undefeated teams in our CCS Block Construction Blockbuster game. Our Chiara Biagini was there.
Blockbuster game, yeah.
It's opening night in the Mount Hamilton division, and we have the top 2 teams facing off. The Pioneer Mustangs host the Live Oak Acorns. The Mustangs are turning heads early on, outscoring their opponents 110-19. Senior running back Edgar Valencia, a huge contributor with 7 touchdowns in just 3 games. Live Oak counters with senior quarterback Jonathan Singleton, completing 60% of his passes and rushing for near 400 yards. For the league lead in the Mount Hamilton division, it's Live Oak and Pioneer in our block construction blockbuster game.
6 minutes in, Live Oak with the ball in the red zone. Senior quarterback Jonathan Singleton hands it to Caleb Ojeda. He gets a great block by Richard Cortez, stretches for the end zone, touchdown Acorns. The extra point is missed. Live Oak leads by 6, but Pioneer fights back. Here's A.J. Giddens on the kick return. The senior breaks free without being touched. He brings it into Acorn territory and gets brought down inside the 30. That leads to an Edgar Valencia rushing touchdown. Extra point is good, and the Mustangs lead by 1. Enough time for one more Live Oak play in the first quarter. Singleton gives it to Nick Lamonto, and the running back takes it home for the 13-7 lead. Second quarter, here's more Acorn offense. Singleton with an open look downfield. He sends it flying, and making the incredible catch is Elijah Fernandez for a Live Oak first down. Live Oak continues to move the chains. Singleton scans the field and connects with Matt Blocker. The junior receiver fights his way just short of the end zone, but the Acorns finish the drive off with a rushing touchdown. Live Oak leads by 12. Here's Singleton faking the handoff. He rolls right, finds Fernandez wide open in the end zone for the 25-7 lead. Little time left in the first half. Daniel Monteclavo connects with Tanner Company. It's a double pass. Devontae Matthew makes the catch for the Mustang touchdown. We return from the half with Live Oak leading 25-13, and it's all Acorns from here. Singleton takes this one himself, 40 yards to the house. Live Oak with an incredible offensive showing, opening league play up with a victory. What a night for senior quarterback Jonathan Singleton. We talked to him after the game.
Our line did a great job giving me some time for the passing game in the first half and then opened up the run game in the second half. And we just kept fighting, and everyone just works hard and gives extra work and just keep grinding.
In San Jose with our blockbuster game, I'm Chiara Biagini, 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
North Bay Sports coverage is brought to you by South County Chrysler of Marin. A huge crowd for this rivalry match. Sacred Heart Cathedral and St. Ignatius. The Irish up early in the first. Lauren Serra to Alden Stanley over to Skylar Kennedy, and she is really good. Later in a tight first set, keep your eye on Megan Len, who kicks it over to Stanley, who gets it to Kennedy. Then later in this long point, the Irish get the win as Ashley Chan with a nice dig to Stanley over to Kennedy, and Sacred Heart takes the first 25-20. But the Wildcats even it up in the second. Vanessa Van Norman to Sierra Tyson over to Megan Lucy, who takes the angle. That was awesome. Later in the second, Van Norman serving set point, and that's an ace, and the SI fans were pretty impressed with that. Tied at 1-1 in the third, the Irish again take command. Serra to Stanley, quick set to Nora Thompson, and the junior middle block powers it off the block. Then in the fourth, the Cats fight back again. Kelly Lee up to Tyson, over to Lizzie Fleming, the Duke-bound senior, crushing that one. We go to the fifth, the Irish taking control as Kennedy goes to Tyson, over to Megan Len, who crushes it off the block. Later in the fifth, the Irish put it up the double block, and Serra puts up the roof. And the Irish close it out here as Stanley sets Nora Thompson, and that's match point as Sacred Heart goes to 3-0 in league, 16-5 overall, our number one team in the Bay Area.
The Campolindo Cougars swimming on up to Lafayette to visit the Acalanes Dons for their rivalry game Wednesday night. And we start off with heavy Dons action. Claire Rowell finds Jewel Romer, who nails it in to put Acalanes on the board. It's Kylie Walker here to Romer to Lexi Rowell for another Acalanes point to give the Dons the 3-0 lead. And still in the first, Romer again with the assist to Lexi. One more for the Dons, and Acalanes closes the quarter with a 4-goal advantage. Into the second, Alex Fellner to Claire, who finds Romer in front of the net for a backhand shot. It's good, giving the Dons some more insurance, 6-0. But Campo stays alive. Zoe Crouch links with Catherine Hawkins, who passes it to Lola Ciruli to pop one in for the Cougars, and it doesn't stop there for Campo. Dee Dee Giles tosses the ball to Crouch, and she skips it into the net to cut the deficit to 4. Campo trying to mount a comeback late, but it was a Dons game. Lexi connects with Alex Fellner, who shoots a rocket from far out to end the game. It's 8-4 the final, and the Acalanes Dons start league play with a win and staying undefeated overall. A great game for Lexi Rowell, 4 goals. Each week, 49ers Prep and South County Chrysler bring us the Coach of the Week award.
Here is 49ers All-Pro fullback Kyle Juszczyk with this week's announcement.
Hi, I'm 49ers fullback Kyle Juszczyk, here to announce this week's 49ers Prep Charlie Wiedemeyer Memorial Coach of the Week, presented by U.S. Bank. This week's award goes to Palo Alto head coach Nelson Gifford. The Palo Alto Vikings came out of the gates hot, scoring 14 points in the first 6 minutes of the game against the Aragon Dons. As a part of this award, Palo Alto High School will receive a $1,000 grant from the 49ers Foundation. Coach Gifford will also be invited to a 49ers practice at the SAP Performance Facility, where he will be awarded his award by head coach Kyle Shanahan and will be recognized on the field before one of our home games later in the season. Congratulations to head coach Nelson Gifford, this week's Charlie Wiedemeyer Memorial Coach of the Week.
Coming up, East Bay League action as Granada takes on Cal.
But first, here's our Cupertino Electric Top 10 Power Rankings for volleyball.
The Reika Center is well known as an elite athletic training facility, but you might not be aware of all the ways the center touches the lives of our community. In addition to athletic fitness, nature awareness, and creative arts, the Reika Center offers a diverse community service program, allowing students to gain leadership and life skills, learning the responsibilities of a real work environment, from working with young children to helping veterans with archery. The community service program will teach students the demands of a professional environment while fulfilling their high school's community service requirements.
Goodwin's got it at the 30, breaks away, and there's the home run. Touchdown, 49ers.
We can see the talent on the field. What makes them love the game of football? Every time he catches the ball, contagiously competitive. Those are the type of guys we want.
Slices through the Giants. Pressure to the 49ers get.
What it takes.
49er touchdown. 49ers.
What it takes to win championships. That drives me, that drives Kyle, that drives everybody on this team.
High school sports builds character, builds communities, builds legacies, and Block Construction plays a big part in this, building state-of-the-art athletic facilities all around the Bay Area. With an unwavering commitment to teamwork, innovation, and quality workmanship, Block Construction places great value on dedication, performance, and successful outcomes. Block projects inspire excellence and are a place where memories and legacies are built. Block Construction, we care, we prepare, we perform.
We're Montevis at 12th man, and you're watching the 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
The East Bay League is split into 2 divisions again this season, with 5 teams in each. California off to a 3-1 start this season. The Grizzlies playing in the Mountain Division.
And Granada is playing in the Valley Division. The Mats are a perfect 4-0 to start the season, battling a very tough Cal team Friday night.
The student section going wild on their home turf as California High School hosts Granada. To start the game, the Matadors have the ball. It's J.J. Knight with a long pass downfield to Melini Tia, and that's a terrific catch and a big first down for the Matadors. That leads to this 1-yard Matador touchdown run by Octavio Morales, who pushes it in. The kick is good, and it's 7-0 Granada in the lead. Here comes Cal with the ball, and it's Matt McCreary passing to Tyvis Tuioti over the middle. A nice catch and a first down for the Grizz. Now at the doorstep, it's a handoff to Caden Jarvis, who pushes into the end zone. Kick is good, and we're tied at 7-all after 1. Start of the second now, McCurry with a long strike to Cameron Fitzpatrick with a terrific catch and a touchdown for the Grizzlies, who now lead at 14-7. Cal now digging deep into the playbook with a double reverse pass. McCurry hands to Cornwell, who tosses back to Gary Wenchlag, who then fires to Fitzpatrick for another touchdown. A spectacular play, 21-7 Cal. Start of the fourth now, it's J.J. Knight with a throw and an amazing catch by Melini Tia, who battles the defender and makes the catch for Granada, and that leads to this short Zach McIntyre run, and it's 21-14. But Cal comes right back. McCreary throwing again, and once again it's Cornwell making the catch all alone. That led to a Cal field goal, and the Grizzlies hang on to win it 24-21. Fitzpatrick with 2 scores for the Grizz.
To the water we go for an El Camino division matchup between Lynbrook and Saratoga. First quarter, Toga up 1-0. Madeline Stewart gets it on over to Emma for Dalber in front of the net, and Emma would have back-to-back goals in the first. So it's 3-0 Toga when Sarah Dowdy gets it to Ashley Fang from far out, and it finds the back of the net. The Falcons lead 6-0 after 1. And in the second, Dowdy to a wide open Talia Morgenstern, and the junior gets the job done. 3.5 minutes left in the half. Ria Shrivastava finds Margarita Sokolenko in the hole, and Lynbrook is on the board 8-1. And here are the Vikings threatening again. Sokolenko goes for the shot. It's deflected by Alyssa Whitman. Allison Lee picks up the loose ball, and Lynbrook adds on. But this was a Toga party. Morgan Brune Jensen draws the goalie to the left, leaving a wide open net for Stewart, and she shows off her arm strength. A hot shot for the senior, and a little later on, a loose ball is picked up by Ford Dauber, and the strong throw was good for a goal, Emma's 7th of the game. That led both teams as Saratoga remains undefeated and in first place.
Each week, U.S. Bank brings us inspirational stories of athletes who have overcome adversity in their lives to succeed in school and in sports.
Robert, tonight I share with you the story of a Hollister football player who fully embodies the familiar saying, "Home is where the heart is."
This will soon be the brand new home field for the San Benito football team. So this season, the Hay Baylors played their home games 30 miles away in Salinas. For now, the Baylors are without a field, without a home. For senior Steven Navarro, being without a home is an all too familiar feeling.
We'd bounce around from home to home. You know, we tried to find somewhere to live, but it ended up we'd get evicted or it just didn't work out.
The Navarro family moved from city to city, trying to find a house the family of 5 could afford to all stay in. Steven's mom, Diana Sanchez, was a single mom. Steven's biological dad was always in and out of prison.
He didn't know how to be a father figure to our family, and the drugs took him over, and he became very abusive to us. He was just a scary person to us, and we didn't want to be around him.
Times were so hard. Steven's mom, Diana, says she felt like giving up.
Just felt I couldn't go any further. Then Steven, I think was 3 years old, he comes and he lies down with me, and he sees that I'm kind of, I'm crying. And he gets me and he puts his arm under me, under my neck, and he has me put my head on his shoulder. And he says, "Mommy, it's okay. We're gonna be okay." What 3-4-year-old takes his mother into his arms and says, "Mommy, we're gonna be okay."
Steven became the man of the house.
I had to keep everyone together. I've always just wanted a great family and a great life for all of us.
When he was 10 years old, Steven had gotten the life he had hoped for, when his family moved in with Monaco Alejandres, his mom's boyfriend, the man Steven calls Dad.
I felt home at his house, and everybody, even though we didn't really have a bed, we kind of slept on the floor and we kind of just put a little blanket there to sleep on, but it felt home.
Steven says it was the happiest time of his life.
It brought us all together as a family.
Which made it extremely hard for Steven when his mom and stepdad separated his sophomore year.
That was a big heartbreak, and my family's falling apart.
Stephen and his family were once again on the move. This time they moved to San Jose, but leaving behind his team was something Stephen wasn't willing to do.
The brotherhood there, it's tight. It's something I couldn't leave, I couldn't separate from.
Stephen commuted from San Jose to Hollister for school every day.
Waking up every morning at 5 o'clock in the morning, as much as I wanted to sleep in, I couldn't leave my brothers.
And the team is happy he didn't. Stephen is averaging over 90 yards a game, rushing and receiving.
Despite the struggle that we've been through, I know that the struggle has also allowed him to become who he is.
I know I'm gonna be all right, as long as we keep the family together and the hearts are still, there. Because love is everything we've ever wanted.
For Stephen Navarro, home has never been a physical place. But with his family and with his team, Stephen will always be home.
Stephen and his family are now living in Hollister at his mom's friend's house, which is just minutes away from the school. But Stephen says it's not going to be a permanent place, and they'll probably have to find a place to stay later on.
Again. Yeah, but he's playing very well.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, one of the top players on the team. All right. Stephen is our Be Human Inspirational Athlete. To nominate your favorite inspirational athlete, download Be Human in the App Store to share what makes your nominee so inspirational by using the tag Inspirational Athlete. Be Human is humanizing social media. Be human, inspire, and be inspired.
Coming up, our South County Chrysler Game of the Week. It's opening night in the West Catholic League as Mitty hosts Serra.
And later, it's San Leandro battling McClymans. You're watching 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
Steve Greenwood's water pump repair business and Tri-Counties Bank have a history together. So when the chance to start a company that manufactures the parts he uses came down the pipe, he knew who to turn to. Branch manager Daryl Polkentine created a business line of credit, allowing flexible funding to start the company and fund initial manufacturing operations, maintaining a strong cash flow for his flowing enterprise. That service to be pumped about. For personalized problem solving, switch to Tri-Counties Bank. Service with solutions.
Serino Group is committed to giving you the very best service when buying or selling a home, but we're also committed to giving back to the communities we serve. We are encouraged to see the good and uphold it. Serino Group has pledged to give 1% of our gross commissions to charitable and community groups making a positive difference. Serino Group has donated more than $2 million to these groups since the inception of the 1% for Good program in 2012. Go to our website to see the list of recipients. Serino Group, our community is your community.
Hi, Ed Graziani, a founding member of the Serino Group. I'm proud to support high school sports on the 49er Cal High Sports Report.
Hi, I'm Kathleen Pizzine in Palo Alto, and I'm proud to support high school athletes on the 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
One Hit Away Foundation is the only nonprofit in the country dedicated to brain healing and brain health resulting from sports-related concussions. We help athletes get better quicker and learn the benefits of brain health. Don't ignore a possible brain injury that can get worse over time if left untreated. Call One Hit Away today and find out what we can do for you, or go to our website at onehitaway.org.
Adequate water hydration is essential for recovering after concussion. With a rule of thumb for proper hydration is to drink 1/2 your body weight in ounces per day. For example, if you're 200 pounds, drink 100 ounces over the course of a day.
49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Block Construction, together building greatness. By Cupertino Electric, the company delivering power and possibilities and celebrating student athletes making a positive impact. By the Reika Center, where goals and dreams become a reality. And by Stanford Healthcare.
We're back at the NBC Sports Studio with the South County Chrysler Game of the Week. This week's game is the West Catholic League opening night game between Serra and Mitty.
Yep, and both teams featuring outstanding quarterbacks, with Shamir Bey leading Mitty and Luke Batari at the helm for Serra. Opening night in the West Catholic League is our South County Chrysler Game of the Week. Aubrey was there.
First WCAL game of the season, Mitty playing host to Serra at Foothill College. Less than 2 minutes in, Padre QB Luke Batari throws a dart to receiver Matt Rolandi. Serra is moving the chains early on. Then the Padres go to their running game. Malachi Rango gets the handoff, and watch Malachi lasso his way through the Mitty D. He was ruled out before that fumble there, which sets up a short Nate Sanchez run into the end zone. Serra with 7 on the board. The Padres would lead by 14 with 30 seconds left in the quarter. Botari drops back and finds Patrick Simon up the middle, and we pick up the drive in the next quarter. Luke hands it off to Sanchez, and it's a 21-0 Padre lead. And the Padre offense was once again in striking distance here. Botari with the pitch to Rango, and that's Malachi's second touchdown of the night. Here, the Padre offense is 20 yards out. Botari gets a snap, and it's a sprint draw. Sanchez has a wide open lane to the end zone. And the Padres with a 35-point lead at the half, and the Serra offense is once again on the field in the third. But the Monarchs' Curtis Alves comes up with a big hit to knock the ball out of the receiver's hands, and Derek Smith comes up with it, and that was big for the Monarchs. Quarterback Shamir Bey gets the snap, and he sees an open field to his left. Bey gets it just inside the pylon. That's good for a Mitty touchdown, but this game belonged to the Padres. Fourth quarter now, Dylan McLemore takes the reins from Botari. He's in at quarterback, shakes and bakes his way through the defense for the score. The defending state champs go 1-0 in league with the 42-6 win. Serra hasn't lost a league game since 2016.
Here with me tonight, the defending Dub-Cal and state champions, the Serra Padres. We're going to talk to Nate Sanchez first because he is our game MVP. Nate, you guys had a really tough preseason. Tell me, what did you guys learn about yourselves in those first 3 games?
Our preseason was, we had to find what we were and what we needed to do, and we had to come together as a family and band together and to fight through the adversity, and we came and we did that today. We fought through this bye week, some injuries, and we came back and we played what Padre football is.
Yeah, now you guys are 1-0 in league. Okay, we're going to talk to Luke. Now, after a state championship, what were the expectations like coming into this game?
I think we came in very big-headed to the season because we didn't come off a loss, so we came in very big-headed. But the preseason opened our eyes to what we need to do, and that we're a new team. We're not last year's team, so we had to bounce back from all that.
And what sets you apart from last year's team?
We have a lot more character on this team. I think we're closer. We clown on each other a lot, but it's all out of love. So.
Okay, we're gonna talk to Malachi over here. Now, as you guys prepare for College Bar, the seniors go off. What did you learn about yourself from this Serra Padre program?
From Serra Padre football, we're gonna learn like brotherhood and how to stick together as a family. And yes.
Family, right? Family first?
Family first.
All right. These are the Serra Padres. Guys, take us out.
Hey, let's go. Get it. Squad on me. Squad on 3. 1, 2, 3. Squad!
Back to the court for a Peninsula Bay matchup between the Aragon Dons and Menlo-Atherton Bears. MA in control early. Here's Erica Fisher to Mariah Grover to Natalie Grover. And the junior comes up with a back row kill. The Dons punch back. Watch this wicked serve by Della Trimble. That one hits the line. It's an ace. But the first set belongs to MA. Alicia Letvin gets a major air and puts up the wall for the block. 25-19 Bears. Second set, MA feeling good. Natalie finds her twin Mariah, and Mariah back sets it to Letvin, who slams it down. The Bears take the second by 9. But the match takes a turn. Aragon lights a fire. It's Dylan Scherer to Trimble to Sears, and that one is not coming back. The Dons take the third. The Bears looking to end this one. Natalie bumps, Mariah sets, and Marit Hoyam shakes the floor with this monster kill, but Aragon stays alive. Megan Shen gets it to Trimble. She sets Sears, and that one lands, and the Dons force a 5th set. This one nail-biting. Aragon playing really smart. Scherer bumps to Trimble, and the setter dumps it over the net for the point. The Dons locked in now. Scherer bumps the deflected pass to Lydia Manu, and she places this one perfectly. The Dons with a thrilling 2-set deficit comeback win. It's now a 4-way tie for first in the Bay Division with Menlo-Atherton, Aragon, Carlmont, and Hillsdale. Once again this season, Lexus of Stevens Creek presents the Volunteer Award, part of the Lexus of Stevens Creek commitment to promoting volunteerism.
This week's Lexus of Stevens Creek Volunteer Award goes to Janie Zong from Homestead High School. Off the volleyball court, Janie is a leader at Little Mozart, a music program for underprivileged elementary school students, teaching children how to play the piano. She also organizes an annual charity concert that helps raise money for the program. Janie talks about why it's so important to volunteer.
To us, volunteering is really important because there are so many children out there who, because of financial circumstances, don't get the chance to learn how to play music, and so that's our goal, to bring that to them, to give them that opportunity.
Very cool. Coming up, back to the East Bay League, where Dublin takes on San Ramon Valley.
And 2 of the very best in girls field hockey as Los Gatos takes on Mitty. Back at the NBC Sports Studio, and how about those Dublin Gales. The Gales undefeated at 4-0 coming into this week with senior running back Alex Gonzalez rushing for 456 yards in those 4 games.
How about them Gales?
How about them?
But the Gales get their biggest test so far as they meet San Ramon Valley. The Wolves featuring senior quarterback Brandon Camissa. Dublin and San Ramon Valley Friday night. Big crowd at San Ramon Valley as the Wolves host 5-0 Dublin. San Ramon Valley striking quickly as Joe Giari tosses to Tristan Sinclair, and the Stanford-bound senior turns the corner, breaks a tackle, flies into the end zone, 7-0 Wolves. Next possession is Brandon Camisa at quarterback, firing downfield to Jared Kenny, a 69-yard scoring strike, 14-0 Wolves. More Wolves, and again, it's Sinclair barreling his way in, 21-0 San Ramon Valley. Just before the half, the Gales trying to get back in it. Grant Manning firing over the middle to Deuce Davis, who makes the catch, spins free, and runs for a while, 56 yards, but the Gales would not score. Second half now, and Camisa hands to Sinclair, who avoids a tackle and then just gets crushed by Clayton Shable. Nice tackle there. Great defense by the Wolves all night long. Here's Nick Lusing racing in for the San Ramon Valley sack. The Gales did score right here as Manning fires over the middle to Alex Gonzalez for the Gales touchdown. But the Wolves were in charge throughout, and Tristan Sinclair was a big reason why. He gets a great block by Lusing, and Tristan travels 80 yards to the house as San Ramon Valley wins it 35-7. 3 TDs for Sinclair as the Wolves go to 3-2 on the season, handing the Gales their first loss.
Next up, we have McClymonds hosting St. Leandro Friday night. McClymonds up 2-0 after a safety, and in the second, Addie Anderson gets the ball, cuts back, sheds a few tackles, and sprints 30 yards to the end zone. The Warriors go up 9-0. The Pirates with the ball, Jakazi Duro takes the handoff and breaks through for a nice gain, but the Pirates' drive would eventually stall. McClymonds on the ensuing drive here, Jamar Julian Jr. refusing to go down, drags a defender for 10 yards. And on the very next play, Montrell Smith takes a short pass from Kayon Green up the sideline, 4-8, and the Warriors are moving those chains. Near the 30 here, Julian gets the ball, finds a seam, breaks a tackle, turns it up on the sideline, showing some speed and power, rumbling in for 38 yards. McClymonds goes up 16-0. The Pirates get the ball back with 8 minutes left, trying to fight back, but the Warriors defense swarming in. Mark Hoaching with a sack, his second on the day, and facing a 4th and 20, St. Leandro needing a big play instead. It's Monte Smith picking it off and taking it back the other way. That seals the deal for the Warriors. They win it 16-0 behind an absolute monster game from Triple J, 202 yards for the senior.
The Mitty Monarchs getting warmed up for their game against Los Gatos on Thursday. Early first half, the Monarchs on the attack. Adrian Couteau sends it way down to Gabby Valdez. Her shot is blocked, but Nicole Correa is there to set it home. Correa with the goal, putting Mitty on the board. But it's all Wildcats from there. Still in the first, Reagan McCluskey finds Ava Vriergen, who stays in control, dribbles it all the way down before flicking it in for the Cats. Great goal there, and we're tied at 1-1. Los Gatos going strong. Natalie Moore connecting with Vriergen, who passes it up to Natalie Deck for the goal, and the Cats lead it 2-1 at the half. Into the second half with just minutes left on the clock, Vriergen snags the ball and sends it over to Deck, who shoots, and Haley Ruddy in front of the net tips it in for the Cats, 3-1. The last goal of the game there as the Cats take this one, staying undefeated at 7-0. Remember, you can buy the entire game from the games we showed tonight on either DVD or we'll send it to you digitally. Go to 49erscalhighsports.com to order.
And be sure to follow us on social media at 49ers Cal High on Twitter and on Instagram. If you like us on your TV, you should definitely give us a like on Facebook, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube page. We'll let you know when the highlights and features you see every week on the show are uploaded and ready to watch.
Very nice. Coming up, our NCS Block Construction Blockbuster game as 2 of the best in the East Bay meet. It's Antioch and Freedom next.
And back to the hardwood for rivals Foothill and Amador Valley next.
The difference between possible and impossible? It's a person who believes they can, surrounded and supported by others, by us, who believe it too. U.S. Bank, the power of possible.
The Reika Center has long been a staple of the Bay Area sports community, offering flexible and adaptable training programs for all ages. Among their most advanced programs is Cornerstone, a training course that combines a group-style training session with one-on-one supervision to optimize the training of its most elite athletes. Beginning each session with a group-based training workout, Cornerstone offers the best of both worlds. Fluid dynamic sessions followed by routine, all the while being assisted by the center's certified coaches.
We got it for you, South County Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram.
The Antioch Panthers have beaten some great teams on their way to a perfect 5-0 record to start the season. Quarterback Willem Carthong leading the Panthers.
Yes, Willem is very, very good, but Antioch with another big test this week, taking on the Freedom Falcons. Freedom comes into the game with a 3-1 record with Michigan-bound running back Giles Jackson leading a very talented squad. It's our NCS block instruction blockbuster game, and our Austin Manili was there.
Blockbuster game, yeah.
It's the start of league play here at Freedom High School as both squads have their eyes set on the Bay Valley League title. Now Antioch comes into tonight's game with the perfect 5-0 record behind Willem Carthong at quarterback, who is dangerous both on the ground and in the air with 987 all-purpose yards. While the Falcons will be looking to one of their key returners, senior quarterback Joey Aguilar, who is having a phenomenal season with 8 touchdowns thrown while averaging over 200 passing yards each game. The road to the Bay Valley League title starts here in this week's block instruction blockbuster game.
We get started in the first. Joey Aguilar hands this off to Roy Lee, and Roy can run, Roy can juke, Roy can get yards, and Roy gets a first down. Nice run, Roy. Then Joey Aguilar would take it over from here on this next play with a slant pass out to Jaimer Parker, and that's good enough for 6. Freedom would later get the ball back with 2 minutes left in the first and march downfield. But Devonye McClay for Antioch on defense pops a ball loose and is picked up by the middle linebacker Vicente Bellardo as the Panthers take over. Willem Carthong would lead the Panthers on this next drive. He'll go deep to his number 1 receiver, Gotti Campbell. I told you I love saying that name. Around the 30-yard line to end the quarter. That was a good idea because this will give Carthong the opportunity to show off his running skills on the quarterback sneak, and that's good enough to tie this game at 7. But we move into the fourth where it was straight defense being played. Hunter McAllister penetrates the line for a second sack that forces a 3-and-out. Then Freedom on third down with over 30 yards to go for the first down. Aguilar will heave this downfield and it's caught! Giles Jackson! First down, Freedom Falcons. That's some high school football for you. Next play, Freedom on the quick snap. Something they are really well known for. Aguilar to Brett Bazula and Freedom takes the 14-7 lead. Antioch will get one last chance on this final drive. A pass is thrown over the middle, and Zaire Williams steps up and picks this one off, and that's good enough to seal the deal in this game, as the Freedom Falcons take this one in a nail-biter. So Williams later talks to us about how defense played a huge role in this game.
It was huge for the defense to pull this game off. We played a very big role in holding the undefeated Antioch Panthers to only 7 points when they average only like about 30-something, so I just want to give my props up to the defense.
In Oakley for the blockbuster game, I'm Austin Manili, 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
The classic rivalry here in the city of Pleasanton with Foothill and Amador Valley, and we had a battle. First set, we have Emily Haskell gets the ace to give Foothill the 8-2 lead. Then Amador climbs back to extend the set and tie it up at 24 with Sarah Rebels returning that one back for the point. Impressive. Haskell would then get this diving save. Then it's Ishana Ram over to Gracie Olsen for the set point, and she is just a freshman. Into the second set, Amador would trail, but the senior captain, Malia Jackson, gets the kill. That extends the set again, but soaring is the Falcons, and they would continue to fight Ram to Olsen, and Foothill takes the 2-set lead. We had another back and forth battle in the third, but this time Foothill comes out hot with a Rayleigh roundhouse rocket kill. Then on the next play, Jillian Wattenauer with the dig, and Jackson is there to follow, and Amador takes set 3, and we continue this back and forth battle Ram to Olsen for the kill. Falcons take the 13-9 lead in set 4. Then Olsen showing off her serving skills, and Foothill takes this match and moves ahead into first place in the East Bay League with an 8-1 record. Olsen with 20 kills.
Each week, the Harker School celebrates its pursuit of academic excellence with the Scholar Athlete Award. This week, we honor Campolindo volleyball star Audrey Pack. Audrey sporting a stellar 3.7 GPA.
Brought to you by the Harker School. This week, Harker congratulates its team's team in the National Test of Engineering, Aptitude, Mathematics, and Science competition this past June. Team A earned first in the nation in problem solving. Team B placed first in prepared presentation and third in best of nation. At Harker, preschool through 12th grade students discover their passion. Learn more at harker.org.
Each week, Adobe brings us a tip on how to use great Adobe products to improve your highlight reel or team video.
Here's this week's Adobe tip.
Another effect you can see in music videos is an Academy leader and film grain showing up in a scene. You can download these clips online, making sure they are royalty-free. Place it on your timeline above the scene where you want it to blend. Then go to blending mode and choose the one you like best. I like screen for this. Super easy way to add some old-time feel to your clip. Coming up, 2 undefeated teams as Silver Creek takes on Overfelt.
But first, here's our Cupertino Electric Top 10 Power Rankings for football.
'49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Tri-Counties Bank, service with solutions. 12 locations now open in the Bay Area. By South County Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Drive a little, save a lot. By DGDG.com, where we want you to be a happy car buyer. And by the Sereno Group, here for good.
Hi, I'm Lucy Wiedemeyer.
And I'm Keith Andry.
And we are both brokers with Sereno Group. Many of you will remember legendary football coach Charlie Wiedemeyer, my husband, who was a champion of high school sports. And together, Keith and I support high school sports in our Bay Area.
Carlo Meningo and his Overfelt Royals are 3-0 to start the season with Ulysses Alvarado averaging 189 yards rushing per game.
The Royals with a royal test this week as they open league play against Silver Creek. The Raiders are also 3-0 and feature outstanding quarterback Alejandro Flores, who's averaging 222 yards a game through the air. Santa Teresa League action Friday night.
The Overfelt Royals and Silver Creek Raiders putting their undefeated streaks on the line Friday night. First quarter, the Royals strike first with Ulysses Reyes throwing a dart to Melvin Bellard for the touchdown. Overfelt up 6-0. And about halfway in the second, Ulysses Alvarado runs it up the middle for the Royals' second score, 12-0 Overfelt at halftime. But Silver Creek fights back. Alejandro Flores throws an over-the-shoulder pass to Namdi Obalar. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Then the Raiders would keep the momentum going with a 10-yard rushing touchdown by Eddie Miles. Overfelt still up 12-8. Closing the third, Bellard comes up with an interception, and he takes it all the way to the house. A 66-yard pick six. It's 18-8 Overfelt heading into the fourth quarter. Next Raider drive, it's Isaiah Oliveri who picks this one off. The Royal defense doing absolute work on the field, and Overfelt would capitalize. Reyes with a play-action pass to Bellard, who dodges defenders and brings it all the way to the end zone. The Royals now up 24-8, and with 7 minutes left in the game, Overfelt seals the deal with Reyes, airing it out to Quincy Robinson for the long touchdown. Silver Creek would score once more, but that was not enough. The Royals were on their game. They win it 32-14, improving to 4-0 on the season.
The Hillsdale girls volleyball team is having a fine season so far.
This week, the girls met up with Shanberries from 99.7 now at the Reika Center to talk about their season so far.
Hey, we're here at the Reika Center in Menlo Park, the premier training facility on the peninsula where goals are achieved. Hey, it's Shan from 99.7 now, here with the ladies of the Hillsdale girl volleyball team. Thank you so much for being with us today, ladies. McKenna, tell us what volleyball and this team signifies to all of you here today.
Well, our team's like a family. We have really good team chemistry. We all love each other and get along really well. We spend so much time with each other. We've learned to bond, and I think that's what makes us a successful team.
Awesome. Well, let's go over to Lay. I know you're a senior. Yes. So what advice could you give to the younger classmen that look up to you guys, and maybe thinking about getting into volleyball?
Well, throughout the years of playing volleyball, I actually feel that team chemistry is very important on and off the court. And I feel like us encouraging each other when we make a mistake, that helps out so much. And, you know, that helps us be successful. And it is what we are right now. So.
And do you have any plans after you graduate to keep playing volleyball?
I actually do. I may be going up to CSM to play some volleyball and then transferring out. And, yeah.
Ooh, we'll see. Congratulations. Now let's go over to Mia. I like to end with tradition. Tell us about some traditions that the Hillsdale girl volleyball team does.
Well, every Saturday we have somebody bring food for breakfast, and
you know I love food, girl.
We do too. And we all just sit down after we get our food, and we all like update each other and what's going on, make sure we're all okay. Because we're like McKenna said, we're like a sisterhood, we're like a family, so we want to make sure everybody's good. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, thank you guys so much. I'm Shan from 99.7 Now. You can catch me every morning on the Fernando and Greg Show, 6 to 10 a.m. and then 10 to 2. Give it up for the ladies of the Hillsdale girl volleyball team.
DGDG.com presents the Be Happy Play each week. This was a play in a game this week that made everybody happy. This week's Be Happy Play goes to the St. Ignatius Wildcats. The Cats get a second set win on this Vanessa Van Norman ace. The team was happy, but it looks like the SI fans were even happier. Go to DGDG.com to find out how you can be a happy car buyer.
Coming up, it's the Service by Medallion Play of the Week. Some great plays this week. We'll see who gets it next.
But first, here's this week's training tip by our good friends at the Reika Center.
Hi, I'm Coach Robbie, and today's training tip is a physio ball hamstring curl. We're going to begin by lifting up our hips, engaging our core, starting with a nice straight line through the spine. We're going to pull those heels back, squeezing those hamstrings, and we return back into that extended position.
The winner of the Service by Medallion Play of the Week gets a hat, a backpack, and an invitation to our 49ers Prep End of the Season Awards Banquet right here at Levi Stadium.
We'll show you some really good contenders and then award this week's Play of the Week.
Some phenomenal plays this week. Jagger Beacon from De La Salle. I don't think anyone in the pool knew he was going to shoot that. Let's give some field hockey some love. Eva Virgin from Los Gatos with some crazy moves, and she goes top shelf. Amador Valley Sarah Rebel goes for the kill. It's blocked. She throws out her arm and gets the kill anyway. Let's see you do that again, Sarah. Pioneers QB Daniel Montecalvo's to Tanner Campani, the receiver turned quarterback. Then there to make the catch is a tight end turned receiver, Devontae Matthew. Heading to freedom, the long pass looks like it's headed right for the defender, and how Giles Jackson comes up with this ball, I do not know. What can be better than that? Heading to Palo Alto, another long pass. Curtis Price is the intended receiver, and watch him bobble this ball, and he comes up with a spectacular grab. I'll slow it down for you. The ball is deflected by the defender, hits off Curtis's chest and the face mask. He bobbles it, all while backpedaling, and then he turns around and runs it in for 6. That is our Play of the Week. Great job, Curtis.
That's the Play of the Week, and that's our 49ers Cal High Sports Report for this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Robert Bronstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. Be sure to join us next week to meet a cross-country runner and the brother who gave him a very special gift. We'll see you then.